Allen. Here's the last thing from Harrison for today. When he leaves the Socialist Party, he offers what is arguably the most profound but least heated criticism in the history of the left. The Socialist Party, like the labor movement, has insisted on white race first and class after. It put the white race first before class. Leads us directly to the question that Allen seeks to address: what is this white race? Here's Allen around the time he's writing in the 60s. On the back of the first edition of The Invention of the White Race in 1994, on the back cover, Allen has this passage. When the first Africans arrived in Virginia in 1619, there were no white people there, nor, according to the colonial records, would there be for another 60 years. The word white does not appear in a Virginia colonial record until 1691. White identity, as he explains, had to be carefully taught, and it would be another 60 years, right, before it would appear as an indicator of social status. I want to just emphasize this point: no white people, because when we grow up, we are taught in the schools from day one, to the degree that the subject is, oh, well, there were white indentured servants and black slaves, as if it was that way from the beginning. We're going to stand all that on its head. Allen stands all that on its head, and I hope one of the things is you leave this class, you never pass that on to others, right? There were no white people there. This is the John Punch case. This is the only record of regarding John Punch. And John Punch, as I mentioned previously, is the person who's related to Barack Obama. And there was a big to-do made about this when Ancestry.com came out about this, because the interesting twist was John Punch, who's of African descent, right, was related to Barack Obama on his mother's side, right? So they put an edit to it. Yeah. And but here is the only account. And what happens is John Punch is a bond servant, and he's with two others, a fellow named Victor, who's described as a Dutchman, and a Scotchman named James Gregory. And they try to flee their bondage, and they get captured. But if you look at the account, a Dutchman and a Scotchman, they're still not white, right? And this is the only account. Then we will talk more about Bacon's Rebellion, the big struggle of the 17th century in Virginia, 1676 and 1677.